Hi, I'm Fox 26 meteorologist Chris Kuiper, and if you're heading to the coast anytime this week, heads up. The surf is going to be up. It's that time of the year for the king tides, which are usually the largest tides of the year. They create for big waves. They create for, unfortunately, rip currents as well. Look at some of these big waves breaking out there. This is from Pismo Beach earlier today, sent in from Pismo Mike, and you see the sea is angry out there, and see some surfers out there trying their luck as well. Bundled up in their wetsuits. That water temperature is in the 50s out there right now. So cold stuff for sure. We've got a high surf advisory in effect here Thursday and Friday for the western facing beaches here of San Luis Obispo County, Santa Barbara County, even Ventura County. You know, Rincon is a pretty big surf spot down towards Ventura County. Halama Beach over in northern Santa Barbara County. Pretty big surf spot as well. Going to be seeing some very large waves, maybe even a few sneaker waves. Sneaker waves are waves that are much larger than the regular waves in the set. So if you have a set of, say, 10-foot waves and then a one rogue wave, which is 15-foot, that's your sneaker wave. And that could really come up and grab you, unfortunately, if you're not expecting it. If you're sitting at a safe distance for, say, the 10-foot waves and that sneaker wave, that might expand that distance and really kind of sweep you off your feet or so. So watch for that. And rip currents as well. Also, we have a coastal flood advisory in effect here for Tuesday through Saturday, in effect for many areas here towards Bay Area, even up towards Napa, towards the western facing beaches there of San Luis Obispo County, Santa Barbara County, and also towards Ventura County as well. The ocean level is going to be higher at high tide than it usually is. It may cause a little flooding in some of the coastal areas. So let's talk about rip currents here. And what is a rip current? Rip current is when you have the waves coming on the shore there dramatically, and then they try to release some of the energy back out into the ocean. Here, this is a classic example right here. You have the waves coming in. This is your rip current going on out into the ocean, and you can't fight it. You can't swim against the current like that. If you're ever caught in a rip current like that, you swim parallel to the beach. You go like this, or you go like that, because trying to go against the rip current, it's almost doggone impossible, and then you wear yourself out, and then you're really in a bad situation, unfortunately, out there. So what causes these large king tides here? A lot of it has to do with the alignment of the sun and the earth and the moon. Now, this is not to scale here, but just to get an idea of what we're talking about here. We've got the sun, we've got the earth, and we've got the moon. And let's stop it right here. We'll stop the moon at this point. And this is what we're going to be seeing here coming up later this week. We have the full moon here, and we have the sun. It'll be illuminating the front of the moon, and we'll be able to see that here from the earth. And so the moon will look nice and big and bright. Now, the moon's orbit around the earth is not a perfect circle. And like this graphic here, it's a little bit more of a wobble. And so sometimes it's a little further from Earth, and sometimes it's a little closer to Earth. And we're going to be seeing that on the 5th here when the moon gets its closest to the Earth here for 2025. And that's what's going to be one of the big driving reasons for these king tides. The gravitational pull of the moon on the oceans there will exhibit a little bit of gravitational pull there. And that will create these extra large tides there. We'll also see that happen again in December there, early part of December. So watch for the waves if you're heading to the coast, and we'll be jealous that you're at the coast, but just be careful and watch for the large waves and the little bit of coastal flooding as well on the coast through the rest of this week.